I feel like first the instruments owned me, and now I start to own the instruments. And I think, there's almost no better way I could describe it.
I'm Jacob Robinson, and I'm a contributor to the Saturday paper. For this week's edition, I've written about the German pianist and composer Nils Frahm. Nils Frahm is a bit of a shapeshifter in terms of music. He's pretty well known for doing these beautiful, minimalist, quite spectral piano-led compositions. But he also does a lot of more electronic tinged, denser pieces as well. He has a real ear for hypnotic rhythms, which kind of build up slowly before having these beautiful cathartic drops often, which are very reminiscent and influenced by electronic music, particularly in the German techno scene. I think what makes Nils Frahm incredible is how he manages to bring his music alive at his performances. He really has a unique live performance quality. I think he sits alone with his back to the audience, kind of surrounded by this range of analog and digital instruments. And you can basically, for the entire concert, he sits there and kind of swivels between them, often playing many of the different instruments all at one time, triggering different beats and twiddling knobs to affect the different sounds. He really builds this amazing emotional connection with the audience. Certainly at his live performances, the rapport he builds with the audience is something quite remarkable. For example, off his latest live album, he basically asked everyone in the crowd to start making animal noises, but not just any animal noises, but those which from animals that don't even exist. So it really is trying to build this primordial relationship with the audience. His latest tour starts off with him playing this instrument from the 1800s, which was invented by Benjamin Franklin, called the glass harmonica. So basically he wears these gloves, and it's this beautiful lit up glass instrument, which he just sits there and delicately waves his hand across it, creating this incredible ethereal musical soundscape.
It makes a muted sound, a very warm sound, almost like a filtered signal, less scratchy highs. And so I really like the sound. That is my thing, to just wear gloves playing the glass harmonica.
Quite a few other artists going around, particularly around the electronic music scene, which have a background in classical music. But I think maybe what makes Nils Frahm a bit unique is that he kind of hasn't really committed either way. He does basically both at the same time. And I think particularly when you go see him live, that's where you realize how he's created this beautiful harmony between these kind of two different musical communities that don't often speak to each other. He manages to kind of bring this classical sense of composition together with a kind of electronic music wizardry, really, to really create something quite special.